Excuse me.
Hold it. Your membership card, please.
I don't have one.
This is a private club.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You do now. Piss off.
How do I join the club?
You have to be sponsored by an existing member. It's a most exclusive establishment. Frequented only by those with the proper credentials.
You mean people with money?
No, people with credit. There's a world of difference. People with money think they can afford not to care. People with credit know they can't, but don't care anyway.
What goes on in the club?
If I was to tell you that this club provides recreational facilities par excellence for a clientele with elegance and taste, I'd be lying through my teeth.
You just said it was exclusive.
Oh, it is exclusive, but seedy. The reason people come here is the cheap booze and the fact that it's off limits to security.
Smart shoes.
Oh, thanks. You can tell a lot from a man's shoes. The design tells you what kind of man he is. The way he cares for them tells you where he's going.
And what he's trodden in tells you where he's been. Do you know anyone who'd sponsor me?
What about old widow Pierremont? She used to come here, years ago. If you chatted her up, she might sponsor you.
See you later. Excuse me. Would you sponsor me for the club?
If you're really Robert Overman, I'll sponsor you. But I don't want to visit the club. I'll call the manager from my apartment.
Excuse me. See you later. Shut tight.
Oh, come to Mummy, Spunky.
Court closed. See link for news of forthcoming attractions. The notice is glued to the door.
Oh, come to Mummy, Spunky.
It's a little man carrying a log. Nothing I could use that statue for. It's the call button for an apartment.
Hello. Who is this?
Security, open up.
Mrs. Pierremont is not at home. Mrs. Pierremont is not at home.
It's the call.
Hello. Who is this?
Your pizza, madam.
What kind of pizza?
Quattro formaggi with olives and chilies.
My favorite. But I'm on a diet. Hello. Who is this?
It's the dog warden.
What are you talking about?
I've had complaints about your dog. He's a health risk, madam.
I'm not opening the door, so go away. Hello. Who is this?
It's me, Robert.
Come right in, Rob. I've been scared silly by cranky visitors. Welcome to my humble little home, Robert.
You know, I remember you as a baby, Robert.
I've grown a bit since then.
I'm sure you have. You must have so many questions to ask me.
Yes, I have. Is my father still alive?
I've not seen him since my husband's funeral. What a magnificent occasion. I wish I could have stayed until the end.
You walked out of your husband's funeral?
I had no choice. Poor Spunky hates cathedrals. All that incense and droning makes him bilious. No sooner had I got him outside when up came his breakfast.
It's a good thing he didn't chuck in church.
Don't interrupt, darling. Well, when I got back, they were all gone. Congregation, choir, coffin and all.
Why didn't you want to visit the club?
The memories are too painful.
Did you go there with the professor?
Yes, we met in a club. Oh, he was a handsome young graduate. And I was a flower in my first bloom. He plucked me from the garden of innocence.
I see what you mean. The memories are painful. What was the professor working on?
Didn't I tell you? Helmut was the designer of Link. It was his dream, but he died before it was realized. Your father became the project leader.
So my dad was responsible for Link?
Yes, he stepped into Helmut's shoes. Link reached completion on the very day you were born. From then on, Richard changed. He spent more time with Link than he did with his wife and baby.
Why did my mother try to escape?
But she did her best to cope. But she wasn't the same after Richard's rejection. The authorities never approved of her marriage either, because she came from Hobart. Eventually, she decided to return home.
So the bastards had her killed.
You're overwrought, Robert. Would you like some paracetamol?
I don't want analgesic. I want answers. Are you gonna sponsor me now?
If that's what you want. I'll telephone the manager and make the arrangements. This won't take a moment. Is that Mr. Coulston? Danielle Piermont here. I have a friend I wish to sponsor.
It's an ancient Greek statue, made of fiberglass. Nothing I could use that statue for. These big wall screens certainly are popular. It's another of those easy-to-program machines, which select the record time and channel at random. None of the buttons do what you'd expect them to. Now that looks comfortable. I'd better not sit. She might take advantage of me. It's full of biscuits and dog drool. That dog doesn't want to share his biscuits.